Wesley Matthews feeds Dragić. Dragić tees up a three, and he hits his first bucket as a Milwaukee Buck on that shot.
Another three by Dragić. The Dragon has 6. Three by Dragić. I'm ready to go and help this team out. He's knocked down a couple threes.
Hey man, Goran, first of all, thank you for joining me and chopping up with Olskool. We're chopping it up. Can you do that for me? Just a little choppy. There you go, like a chef in a Japanese restaurant. But man, it's great to have you here in Milwaukee.
Thank you.
And just kind of looking at your background, one of the things that's always intrigued me is when you have more than one member of the family make it to the NBA.
Oh.
And so your younger brother. Now let me tell you this first. Goran and Zoran. Now, see, here in the States, that meant you guys were twins. I thought you guys were twins for so long.
No,
Has that ever happened before?
No. Back home where we come from, it's really common name for brothers.
Okay.
Zoran and Goran, but we're not twins.
Yeah.
It's 3 years. We're 3 years apart. He's younger 3 years. I'm older. So.
And so you guys played together
for national team.
But in the NBA with Miami, with the Heat for 1 year.
Phoenix and Miami.
Phoenix and Miami.
Yes.
So he's 3 years younger. And so when you're 21, he's 18. You guys play a lot of one-on-one together?
No,
against
because
each other?
not really. We were even younger, 15, 14. We play a lot of one-on-one.
Okay.
When I was 17, I already moved to Spain.
Okay.
So I was away from home. And,
so has he ever beaten you in one-on-one? Let me ask you that question.
No,
has he ever beaten? So you retired undefeated?
Exactly. I don't think so. He beat me, but you know, when I get to the NBA, we just didn't play anymore one-on-one. We usually work out together, but not a one-on-one.
And it's always fascinating because I played against a guy in the NBA called Will Jones who played for the 76ers back in the day in the 70s, early 80s, and he had 4 brothers playing in the NBA at one time. I mean, how special is that when your brother is here with you in the States, he's in the NBA, how special was that for you guys?
I mean, it's really special. You know, first of all, we both play professional basketball players, and you know, to have that privilege and play for the same team is something unique, you know. And then, you know, every summer we play for national team together, so it's always nice to share the court with your brother, and you know, with your family, and everybody comes to the game, and it's fun.
Yeah, and speaking of your family, were there basketball players in your background, mom, dad?
No, not really. My dad was an amateur soccer player. And my mom, you know, she just works, so no sports.
Okay.
So, yeah, you know, me and my brother, it's funny how I started basketball. One of my best friends was playing basketball. I just went and watched him, you know, at practice, and they had 9 guys. So I was in the bleachers. And
how old were you? How old?
I was like 12.
Okay.
And the coach was yelling, "Hey, you up there? We need one more guy. Do you want to play?" And I said, yeah, why not? And that's how I started.
Were you a soccer player, football player?
Yeah, soccer player at first.
And I always said that, I mean, Jason Kidd, I think of some of these NBA guys that have been great players who really were involved on a high level in soccer growing up, and just had to help your foot speed.
Footwork and speed and everything.
Yeah, that's amazing. Now let's talk about you as a Milwaukee Buck. You see, you got number 31. Why number 31? Is there a special significance behind that number for you?
You know, my lucky number is 3.
Okay.
And number 1, I had number 1 when I was in Phoenix. So, you know, Myers Leonard got number 3, so I couldn't take that number, so I just go with 31.
Yeah. Now,
you know?
I mean, we've been talking about you for a few years now. I mean, it's been like, Goran Dragić, can we pick up Goran Dragić? Can we sign Goran? Yeah. How did things come together for us to finally make that happen for you right now?
I was close last year to come here. I decided to go to Brooklyn because of Steve Nash. You know, I really, you know, he helped me so much in my career as a rookie. You
guys played together in Phoenix,
We played
right?
together. He was my mentor, my vet. And when he called me, you know, I really believe in karma. So I said, okay, I need to go there and try to return, you know, what he did for me. So.
If you can recall, I know it's a long time ago since your rookie season, man, and that's a good thing. You've been in the league a long time, but when you say he was your mentor, what kinds of things do you remember him specifically helping you with?
A lot of things. You know, I would come to the practice facility, be early. He would be first guy. I always tried to beat him. I couldn't, never. Then we worked together on on skills. We watch film together, especially pick and rolls. You know, how to not kill the dribble, how to dribble through. You know, make plays. And on the plane, I was always sit next to him and just just talk and try to share his idea. And I was really fascinated how at that time he was really eating healthy, no sauces, nothing, only fruit, chicken, rice. And at that time I was a kid. I eat everything, and he was trying to teach me, you should start, early and start to eat healthy, try to be more fit, and because you're gonna prolong your career. And year 15, I'm still here.
So I could have used him as a mentor back in my days, man. All the stuff. I like to joke with our performance doctor, Troy Flanagan. He asked me, "What did you guys do to dehydrate after games?" I said, "Well, we sat in the sauna and we drank like a case of beer." He's like, "I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Oh no," amongst other things. But that was the stuff I could tell him. But
back in Europe, they still do that.
They still do it. That's funny. That's funny, man. For you, you've played for a few teams: Phoenix, Miami, Houston, Toronto, Chicago, Brooklyn. Am I leaving anybody out?
No, that's it.
So now, in terms of different systems and adjusting to different systems, does that make it easier for you now that you're in Milwaukee to adjust to the Bucks and Coach Budenholzer's style and his system of play?
I mean, of course, you need some time, but it's not tough. Like I said, I'm 15 years in the league, got a lot of experience, so. I understand basketball, so it's you just need to get on the same page with the players,
right?
So know what they like to do, and I think so. The system is not tough. The main, it's pretty similar than Miami when I was there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty similar.
What are the similarities? What just terminology or just
terminology? When you get a ball. Try to run fast, try to get to the corner, especially spacing is crucial, so we can give space to Giannis, to Drew and those guys, and when you get open shot, shoot it. So
right now you come in, you're knocking down with 13 out of 27 this season, 48% or so.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about what you feel like you can add to this team in terms of your skill package.
Yeah, I can. I'm a pick and roll player. I like to get involved with everybody, especially lobs, pocket passes, and then like you said, when I'm a spot up shooter, I can knock down those threes, especially corner threes. Those are my favorite this season. So if I'm gonna be open, I have enough confidence, to shoot the ball. So
well, tell me this: during the course of your career, would you say you've primarily been a point guard or an off guard, or has it been split pretty evenly? You tell me.
Yeah, what? I was both. I could always play on the ball and get involved, guys, but then at the same time I could always score and create my own shots. So it depends what the coach was using me for, because one year in Phoenix we had 3-point guards.
I remember Isaiah and you and Eric,
Yeah, so I play a lot of off the ball, and I was just scoring. Then I moved to Miami. I was doing both, so. It's I can really adapt to any system that what the coaches want. So,
and just to go off course just for a moment, but it just reminded me. I mean, in terms of just being, I don't know, man, blessed, grateful, however you want to phrase it. But Isaiah Thomas is struggling. I'm not even sure if he's even playing anymore. I know he's been trying to get back.
He's not in the league.
Eric Bledsoe has had struggles, man. I mean, for you to be one of 3-point guards, I remember those days in Phoenix. Who's going to be our point guard? And for you to still be hanging around and going strong, man, it's got to be a great feeling and a testament to you and what you've done in terms of taking care of your body.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I mean, first of all, I never imagined I'm going to play for so long.
Yeah.
But I did, in course of my career, I was listening to the right people, take care of my body, developing my game. When I came, I was fast. I was they call me one-man fast break. And then you learn how to play in the system, how to, even if you're not fast anymore, how to shield the guys and try to create shots. And I think so that kind of prolonged my career. And I'm still here. Hopefully, I can play another 2-3 years.
Yeah, yeah, good for you, man. That's great. I mean, you're what, 36 at this
36,
point? 36.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and it seems like guys are doing that these days. I mean, guys are extending their careers longer than back when I played 33, 34. I mean, you're a relic. You're pretty much even superstars. John Havlicek, Rick Barry.
Yep.
When I was 23 and I saw them coming, it's like, it's gonna be a big night tonight. But for you, another thing I like about your game. And I saw it in Miami. You guys played here in Milwaukee, and you and Kendrick Nunn, you guys were killing us on floaters. I looked up your numbers. I mean, you're 10 feet in there, and you're like 54%. I mean, how did that aspect of your game develop to be such a crucial part of what you do on the floor?
That was really early stages of my career. You know, when I came to the NBA, I was not a really good shooter from three. You know, because when you come from Europe, it's a longer three.
Yeah.
The game is faster. You try to figure out things, and most of the times I was penetrate and layups, floaters, up and unders. So I already had this in my game from early stages of my career. And I always feel comfortable around the basket. Doesn't matter if you're taller or bigger. I always knew how to navigate inside the paint and try to, lay it up.
Well, what's great is that with this drop coverage, and this is where I feel like guys from my era, this is a big argument, could guys from my era play today, but we were big on the floaters and the mid-range game, and this is what they want you to shoot at. This is what they're giving you now. Bucks with drop coverage, they want guys to shoot that shot.
Yeah, the game changed a lot. Yeah. So now the worst shot is basically mid-range shot.
Yeah.
When they look at that statistics, that's the lowest percentage shot.
Why do you do that?
Because
you believe in you're a big analytics guy?
Not really.
Come on, man. Okay.
Not really, because I still believe, you're still basketball players, so play with the flow of the game. And, sometimes, let's say, last shots of the game, maybe you're only going to have, mid-range shots. Chris Middleton is good at that.
KD, Chris Paul, Booker, all those guys.
DeRozan.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got players in the league who can.
Well, it's about keeping the scoreboard moving, and especially in the playoffs.
Yeah.
However you can do it, and especially with teams, the defense is being more sophisticated because they're better teams. So they're gonna that shot is there. And you can knock it down.
Especially on the half court. It's more
right.
So, for me, it's I kind of developed through my career then 3-point, step back, mid-range, floater. So basically, try to make the game easier for me a little bit.
You talked about playing in Europe, and Giannis said something over the last few months where he thought it was more difficult to score in Europe than it is in the NBA.
It is.
You agree with that?
Yeah, because I play every year for my national team, and it's a different rules. First of all, the court is smaller. Then it's no 3 seconds, defensive 3 seconds, so everybody's inside the paint. So it's not, it's more help in defense, and it's not like NBA when you get, let's say, the big guys inside the paint and you see him, he goes out, and then you attack. You got that open space. You just need to break your own guy. That's much easier than to play against 1 against 3.
Right.
So that's why I would say it's different.
So look, man, I call myself the basketball griot. That means like a storyteller because I've been around forever, since the 70s. I've watched the game since the 60s. Giannis Antetokounmpo, man, a New Year's Day, I asked him, or I didn't ask him, he came up to me and he said, you know what my New Year's resolution is, Olskool? It is to get buckets. I watch film with you, and you got buckets. I'm going to get buckets like you got buckets. Now, he was averaging about 17 a game at that point.
Yeah.
Watching him evolve, your feelings about Giannis, when he first started, came into the league, you saw him. Did you think in your wildest imagination that he would be able to get to this point? Just talk about Giannis and your feelings about Giannis, playing with Giannis.
I mean, I would lie if I said it, to see him as an MVP of the league. But when you look his constitution of the body and everything, you're like, oh my God, this kid is unbelievable. Even when he came to the league, long arms, long legs, could run, could defend, block shots, and he was pretty aggressive, and I feel like, through the years he developed game so perfectly, especially for this system, for this team, because he's great on the open court.
Yeah.
He's great offside defender, great block shot, rebounder, and he put so much pressure on defense, especially in the paint, and he makes his teammates so much better because if you want to stop him, you need to put 3 or 4 guys in front of him.
So he makes the game easier. Make the game easier for a guy like you in particular. Okay.
Yes, so that's why most of our guys, they get open shots.
Right.
So,
and then finally, man, so I need to know this because I like to clear it with guys before I go in the air and say it, but this nickname, the Dragon, where did that come from? Do you like it? Is that something you want us to use? That's something that you don't want us to use? You tell me, man. The Dragon. Tell me about the Dragon.
You know, the Dragon, Steve Nash gave me that nickname, and only because nobody could pronounce my last name, Dragić. So from now on, we're going to call you the Dragon. So I don't know, it just stick with me through my whole career. But I don't mind it. You know, my real nickname back home, everybody calls me Gogi.
Gogi?
Yeah, that's the short version of Goran.
Okay.
So Gogi. That's my real. Okay. Everybody back home, mom, dad, friends, they call me Gogi.
Gogi the Dragon. All right.
Let's just stick with Gogi, man.
Okay, man. Listen, man, all the best to you. I appreciate you spending some time chopping it up with Olskool, man. And we're excited. We're excited to finally get you as a Milwaukee Buck.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.